Okay, guys, I'm reacting to this. I have not seen this yet, so I don't actually know what this is. I'm going to react to it because I have not seen this yet, so you'll see how this looks. Might be a two-parter. Who knows? Something you want to tell us, Scott? Scott?
Our abandoned videos are some of our most popular videos, and like with everything, these stories keep evolving.
Freddy's real!
We like to stay up to date with everything that happens to the attractions, and in this case, animatronics. Today, we're revisiting our abandoned animatronics videos. This video is possible thanks to our Patreons.
Sorry, I'm not
We also have new awesome merch based on our abandoned series. Check out Walt as an animatronic. There's a link in the description.
Walt as an animatronic.
Country Bear Jamboree animatronics.
Max.
The Country Bear Jamboree opened first at the Magic Kingdom in 1971 and then at Disneyland in 1972. This stage show is full of animatronic bears who play different numbers of country music. In the audience, we can see 3 animatronic animal heads that interact with the characters on stage. These animatronics are Buff, Max, and Melvin. These characters give the audience an idea of the friendly community style of the show that's about to start. They interact and react to the action on stage, and even take part in some of the musical numbers, and sometimes they will end up arguing with each other at various points in the show. This show is charming and funny and a favorite of many guests who can still experience it when they visit Walt Disney World. The same cannot be said of Disneyland's Country Bear Jamboree, which closed back in September 2001 to be replaced by the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Disneyland's Country Bear Jamboree had 2 stages. That means that there were 2 audio animatronics of each character. When the ride closed, Imagineers had to figure out what to do with these animatronics. Some of them were taken to the Walt Disney Archives. Others were sent to the Magic Kingdom so their parts could be used as replacements. And here's where it gets tricky. The set of animatronic heads of Max, Buff, and Melvin remained at Disneyland. Imagineers decided to leave Buff, Max, and Melvin inside the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. In the Heffalumps and Woozles scene, you can turn back and find them, checking out the whole scene. In our last video, we received lots of comments saying that these mounted heads are not the animatronic heads from the show, but rather the ones that could be found in the mile-long bar at Disneyland. The reason we wanted to revisit this is that that is not correct. Back in 2002, when the Winnie the Pooh ride was being built, Mouse Planet interviewed people who were working on this ride, and this is what they said. They are the exact same heads that came from Theater 2 at Disneyland, and they had been stored for the last year in the Haunted Mansion show building beneath the graveyard scene set, where the ghosts are having a tailgate party on the back of a hearse. They've just been sitting there waiting to be installed in the new Pooh ride. So that means that the Max, Buff, and Melvin that we see in the ride are the exact same ones that could be found in Theater 2 at Disneyland. We also checked the official Disney Parks blog, and this is what they said. Max, Buff, and Melvin, the 3 talking trophy heads from the show, have taken up residence inside the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So apparently, these are the original animatronic heads from the attraction. People think that because the heads don't show the joints or the moving parts, that they're not the animatronics. But then that would also be the case of the Harold animatronic we can find in Mission Breakout. There was also another abandoned animatronic from this show. One of the Max heads ended up abandoned and collecting dust under the elevated Doom Buggy track in the seance room at Disney World's Haunted Mansion. But, according to sources, he's not there anymore. Horizon's animatronics. Horizons was a fantastic attraction that opened on October 1st, 1983 in the Future World Pavilion at Epcot. This attraction took us into the future of what Earth might look like based on scientific advancements. This was kind of a sequel to the Carousel of Progress. The Carousel focused on the past, and Horizons took place almost entirely in the future. The attraction had a lot of very impressive animatronics in different scenes from the past and the future. It had sections like Looking Back at Tomorrow, where guests were shown visions of the future as perceived from the era of Jules Verne. Then, they were shown visions of futuristic life in city